Say hello, everybody. It's about Tally over here at Red Barn Productions, and I'm back. And today, I don't even know how to title this video because we're going to talk about several little things. But the main thing we're going to be talking about is the BlackMagic Design ATEM Mini and the BlackMagic Design uh, hdmi Quad Capture 4K. And I have both here. I'm actually using the ATEM Mini to do this production today, and this is the BlackMagic Design HDMI quad capture 4K video card. And I'm going to start off with a little bit about me. For the last 11 plus years, I've been doing audio and video production for a living. That's how I 100% make my living. I'm not doing it so much these days because COVID-19 shut everything down in 2020. And then August of 2021, my wife had another stroke and she's bedridden, and I'm not able to leave home long enough to go. I can't leave her unattended very long. So that's a story for another day. But I've spent a lot of my time over in social media and various audio, video, and live streaming groups, and it seems I'm spending more and more time helping people get their live streaming stuff sorted out. And this is where I'm going to have a little rant because there's three kinds of people that I run into that need help. The first one is somebody that took a paying gig to go live stream an event, and they don't know anything about live streaming. And then they're over in the groups trying to get us to help them fix the problem, make it work. The second is uh, they're at a church. They either got they either volunteered or they got lassoed into taking over the live stream production for the live streams for the church for their services and stuff. And the third are people that are just getting started in live streaming. They're either working from home or content creators or whatever, and they don't know, they don't know where to start, and they need help. And I get that. We've all been there, and I kind of understand the church thing too. I go to church or did, and I know how that works. So whoever was handling the live stream is either a sick or they've passed away or they've moved and they're no longer in the church, and uh, usually a member of the congregation has stepped forward and volunteered to take that over, and they need help. It's that first one that grinds my gears. Uh, they'll go take a paying gig and they don't know anything about how to do the job, and then they want those of us that do to help them make it work. And that's not how you do things, folks, because it rarely does it ever work out. It ends up making everybody involved look bad. Uh, it makes you look bad. It makes the people putting on the event look bad, and then it prevents those of us that actually know how to do it from getting the job. So please stop doing that. I'm not trying to make anybody mad, but that's just how it is. That's what I see it all the time. Uh, One of the other problems that I run into quite often is they're getting started and they're trying to make something work. They can't get it to work, and come to find out they've got totally the wrong gear. Usually starting with the computer, uh, unless it was a premium top of the line computer 4 or 5 years ago. Odds are you've got the wrong computer. If it didn't have a, a Quattro in it or whatever, it's just uh, this computer that I'm using to do this stream with is 6 years old, and it was a mid-range computer. And don't get me wrong, it's still pretty good for audio production and very, very basic video, but it's starting to struggle, uh, which is why I'm using the ATEM Mini tonight, because it does not have an empty PCIe slot to where I can use the video capture card while my latest and greatest gets repaired. The motherboard had an issue and I had to RMA the motherboard. So that's what made me decide to do this video, because another question I get more and more and more is, how can I bring in multiple cameras into my live stream? And there's a lot of different products out there that will allow you to do that. The first thing you need to do is look, what kind of computer am I using? What kind of cameras am I using? And Uh, what am I actually trying to do? Uh, Most of us are what we call prosumers. Uh, I've got two good examples of something for a prosumer. The ATEM Mini by BlackMagic Design. It's a ATEM. It's a switcher. You can bring in 4 HDMI video sources, up to 10 channels of audio. It has stereo, left, right on each one of the HDMI inputs, and then it has two 3.5 millimeter input jacks on the back where you can bring in line level or microphone. I'll show it to you again here. That's this right here. That's what I'm actually using to do the stream. And the BlackMagic Design uh, Quad Capture 4K is another HDMI input device, and it'll bring into up to 8 channels of audio. This is my preferred way of doing it right here, folks, and there's a reason. We'll get to that here in just a minute. Matter of fact, let's just get to it right now. The ATEM Mini, when you hook it up to your computer, it hooks up via USB-C, and your computer is going to see it as a webcam. Uh, so when you're in your live stream software is going to see it as a webcam or a BlackMagic device, but it's going to treat it like it's a webcam. Uh, One channel audio, and it's one camera. So anything that I do to this scene right here, if I adjust the color, if I crop this scene, or the brightness, the contrast, it's going to affect it all the way across the board. Every one of my cameras will be affected because I'm doing it in the live stream software. The only exception is if you're running a BlackMagic Design, either a Pocket Cinema 4K, 6K, or 8K, or any of their studio cameras over HDMI, then you can control the ISO, the shutter speed. Uh, you can pull focus. If you've got the right lenses, you can pull focus or zoom in and out using the software and controlling the camera itself. However, if you crop it in the software, it's still going to be cropped, whatever. Whereas if you're using the capture card, your computer and your streaming software is going to treat this as 4 individual inputs. I could take, camera 1, scene 1, camera 2, scene 2, camera 3, scene 4, uh, camera 3, scene 3, camera 4, scene 4, set it all up. And then if I had to go adjust the, the brightness and the contrast on camera 1 in scene 1, it does not affect any of the others. Those you have to do all those separately. And sounds kind of like it's a pain in the butt, but actually it's not, because sometimes it's kind of hard to get all the cameras matched when you're using different cameras. You can get them close, but then you have to get over to the software and fine tune it. So it makes life a whole lot easier. And the only real con to the capture card itself is that it is a PCIe card and needs to be mounted in your computer. Uh, but there is a workaround for that. Like my laptop has Thunderbolt 3, and when I built my newest computer, it has Thunderbolt 3. So I bought a Thunderbolt 3 chassis, and I just mount that card in this chassis, and I bring it into either my laptop or my desktop via Thunderbolt 3. And you can stack a couple of these up, bring in 8 to 12 channels of video and 16 to 24 channels of audio. Now, I personally do not, very seldom do I bring in audio over HDMI or audio from the cameras, because I have mixing and recording consoles that I use for that. I have a 32 channel and I have an 8. You know, just depends on how big of a job that I'm doing. I could, in fact, if I could bring in, use both in just separate audio sources and software. That's a conversation for another day. If you have any questions or need help with something, just hit me up in the comment section below, and if I don't know the answer, I will do my best to get you the answer. Until next time, this is Vitali over at Red Barn Productions, OG Gamer. Y'all stay safe, and I'm out of here.